Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hi. So, in the previous episode, I was talking about how people who think too highly of themselves give me the ick, and why humility is the one thing that I admire the most in people. But I think the real reason and the root cause of it is something that I am starting to realize now. And yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And it is just a comparison between mindsets, which I feel is insecure versus one that is related to leadership. Insecure is not the right word. I think there would be better ego inflated, kind of. I can't find a better word to describe someone who thinks too highly of themselves. But yeah, it has something or the other to do with ego. And yeah, ego inflated versus leadership is how I can put it. And yeah, coming to the real issue when it comes to these things is that a person who feels too highly of themselves, they also have this tendency of looking down upon others or thinking that they are very special. But when it takes a bigger bad turn, I feel, is when you start to look down upon others just because they can't do something as efficiently as you do. And I have a counter to that is there could be something that they are better at which you can't do. And God has created all of us in such a way कि सबको कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे कोई जगह है जहाँ पे कोई बेटर होगा, कोई जगह है जहाँ पे कोई बेटर नहीं होगा उनसे. So I just don't get the whole competition thing and comparing ourselves with each other and feeling better about ourselves. Because that is just a very personal thing. You can't compare two people based on a skill because there are many layers attached to it. But one thing that I truly, genuinely believe in is the fact that all of us have traits that need to be worked in collaboration or as a team to get through a mission or fulfill something bigger than ourselves in life. Because yeah, you must be good and great and whatever, but there might be some parts that you're lacking, which you will need someone to fill those shoes in. And that is when the real meaning of collaboration and leadership skills come into play. And that's what I love about humility. People who are really humble will never associate their success to themselves in comparison to ego inflated ones. They will always give it, give that contribution and all of that to their team or to the people who supported them. Because अकेले तो तुम कर सकते हो चीजें बट साथ में तुम दूर तक जा सकते हो. दैट कोट आई डोंट रिमेम्बर बट yeah, if you want to go far in life, bring people together, work in collaboration with them, and see the beauty that God has created in every single person. So instead of feeling like I am better than someone, try to understand what is better in them that you lack. And yeah, it's a good place to reflect when you're trying to think what are my talents and what I'm good at. But it shouldn't come from a place of pride. It should come from a place of reflection. Ki this will help me understand my talents. Tab tak I am all up for it. But once it takes an ugly turn of, oh, people are this, they can't do what I can do, and I have never had an issue with this thing, but people always struggle with it. That is a bit problematic. Like, there could be things you struggle with as well, which comes easily to them, and we need to acknowledge that. So, yeah, that's the whole reason why I don't really like competitive environments and doing that. And I know there are people who thrive in that sort of environment. It's just not me. And I feel working in collaboration is something that needs to become more of an everyday thing. बट हमको बचपन से कॉम्पीट करना ही सिखाया गया है हर छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए. तुमने ये चीज एक्स्ट्रा नहीं की, तुमने वो नहीं की, तो कोई तुम्हारी जगह ले लेगा. सो यू ऑलवेज हैव टू कीप प्रूविंग योर सेल्फ. एंड yeah, it also, then you can't even have a relationship with others that is selfless and free. It all becomes about how can I beat them? And I think that's the reason of office politics as well. I haven't been to a physical one, so I can't really comment on that. But I'm pretty sure promotions and all of that is how it really messes up with people's brains and how they interact with each other in an office setting. And maybe why you can't really trust everyone in that setting. But of course, I know there are alternatives to that as well, and good people exist, and not all offices are the same. Of course, I'm just saying the majority is different, and the ones who are changing are, of course, the best leaders and the best teams. And I wish more of that happens. But yeah, I just wanted you to nudge a little. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel high about yourself, just come down a little, look around. There are people who are better than you in some or the other area. And when and that doesn't mean you start to like s- do get under the whole thing of self doubt and deprecating humor and stuff like that. I just mean it from a sense ki don't let it get to your head, because you are not that important or like that. I don't know how to talk about this without belittling someone, because that's not the motive of this video. It is that all of us are equally special, and all of us have we are all children of God, all right? So we're all equally special. The one thing I love bringing up is महाभारत, और उसमें भी सारे पांडवास में सेम एक क्वालिटी थी जो सबकी अलग थी. बट व्हेन दे ऑल केम टुगेदर, दैट्स व्हेन दे वर एबल टू achieve their mission and go against the Kurus, sorry, Kauravas. And that's what I want to highlight, ki none of them felt higher about themselves or like I am better than this person, but it was that we are better together. That is the vibe that I'm going for. And all of us have different strengths. When those strengths are collected and there's a team that's working together, we can all come together and like beat away all the evil that exists in the world, kind of a thing. So, yeah, always look at life from a bigger standpoint and like a higher perspective and larger than life kind of a view. So, मेरा mission is always about कि how we can क्या बोलते हैं eradicate evil and nurture more light and happiness in everyone's lives. तो वो मिशन मैं अकेले तो पूरा नहीं कर पाऊंगी. I will need people who can do things better than I do. Like, for example, I know to write, but there are so many things that I can't do or I would want to be better at. But there's someone who's far more efficient and far more good at it. So I need to combine forces with them to help me propel in my vision. So the vision is important, and like your vision and mission statement is more important than your pride and your ego of, oh my God, I can do this and no one else can. So, no, that's not the vibe that we're going for. So, yeah, I would always feel like, why is it I feel this way? And now I have like the real reasoning behind it is when people go all, I have never seen someone be so good at this, and I was so amazing at it always. And that just feels a bit demeaning to the rest of the crowd. And I know I have also mentioned it as a good way to understand yourself. I don't expect you to vocalize and talk like that with people. I just ask you to, क्या बोलते हैं? टेक इट एज अ सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन वाला थिंग कि तुम्हें कभी किसी ने ऐसा बोला है क्या कि यू आर गुड एट समथिंग, या फिर यू हैव ऑब्जर्व समथिंग कम्स इजीली टू यू. So that could be a better way to look at it instead of talking to someone and being like, I'm so good that no one is as good as me. But there is something that they can do far better than you can. So, yeah. Now coming to like the attractive side of humility, which I completely adore in humans and I can't get enough of, is when you don't even know things about someone. You have met them a couple of times and they have not for once mentioned the amazing things that they've done in their life, and they just treat it as an everyday thing and that it's nothing special about them or something that they did, and you get to know about it from somewhere, you read about it or some or the other way you get to know about them, and then you realize that this person is a gem, and that gets me really intrigued into how humble the human is and how grounded they are in whatever they do. And even if you try to compliment them, they end up just saying that it's because of combined efforts or my parents or the support I had, or I couldn't have been here without the resources and the people that I had in my life. So it's just not me and nothing so special about me. And I'm just like, yeah. And some people could do it just to act humble. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones who are really like, bach gaye hai jo achhe log. I'm talking about them. So yeah, I feel it is such an enduring quality, not because they want to show it off that way, but that's just their nature. And yeah, I think it's divine to be humble and to give the credit of your success to all the forces that were involved in that, because I genuinely feel we are a tiny part of whatever happens to us. A lot of it depends on the invisible forces, the opportunities that came to us, the kind of people we were associated with, the kind of resources we had, the kind of privilege we had, the kind of environment that we got. And of course, you play a role in it, but I don't think the role is bigger than all of these forces combined. So, yeah, that makes me want to be humble, and maybe I'm not there yet, but it's definitely a quality I wish to imbibe more of. And I do have friends who are really humble. One of my friends, I just want to give her a shout out. Her name is Akanksha, and I think I've mentioned about her before as well. She is amazing when it comes to, she's extremely talented. I think the most mature person that I've met. She's been through a lot in life, but I never see her complaining about it. I never see her talking about it. She, I think she had to grow up very early on in life, and she always has a smile on her face. She'll always spread love. And of course, when there are times when things don't work out and you break down, we are there for her. ऐसा नहीं है कि she's trying to portray this perfect side. She is a human, but I just love the way she lives through life so gracefully. And sorry, I got a call. Anyway, yeah, the way she lives through life and the amount of talent that she has, and you'll never know about it unless okay, so the first time I got to know about how crazy this person is was when she came in some top 5 of our test NEET ke time pe, and those tests are very competitive, and not for once I felt like this person was क्या बोलते हैं, talking about it or boasting about it. Like we never knew until that point. And then there have been so many times when she does not talk about her achievements and she is really low key about it. And again, it's not because she wants to hide something, it's just a part of her personality to not overdo and praise herself a lot. And I feel, oh my god, if there's one person who should praise herself all the time is Akanksha. Like, she's the one person I would love to see promoting her own work because, oh my god, she only does it when where she feels responsible. So the last time she did was she put up a story around the Pahalgam attacks, and it was beautifully written with so much clarity and conviction that I just couldn't believe this is my own friend and I have a privilege to sit with this person. She was that great. And yeah, it was, yeah. So when you're around those people who never really show things off but have so much to show off, that makes me a complete fan. Akanksha is literally the one person I look up to and would want to become like. She's amazing. She's like a mom to me and also a fun sister. She's like the perfect combination of responsible and fun and maturity. I just love that in people. So I just lucked out with this human. I feel there's so much that I can learn from her. But yeah, just wanted to share the things that light me up when it comes to humans and ones who are really humble and have those leadership qualities in them. I love those. I can't stop talking about them. So yeah, that's all for today. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.
Free audio post production by alphonic.com.